Howdy do. Howdy do. Howdy do. How are y'all doing today? It's a little late as usual. But that's alright. Okay. Alright, let me get you shared over here to all my friends. And we'll get this shit poppin'. Pretty good day today. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I do want to get this done though, because I'd like to go to sleep, because I'd like to actually get more things done tomorrow, because I kind of have this weird thing where like I get like halfway through the day, and then especially when I have hockey at night, I just like fucking stop working. It's dumb. I don't like it. It's annoying, but it's something that I have to work through. So let's dive in, shall we? I love these scenes. Okay, so let's go. So it's Monday. Monday is always finance day. I made it the day to go through all my personal finances, pay off any current balances on my credit cards. So I do that every Monday, and then I go through all the businesses. So I go through MJS Industries, Szymanski Media, Fueled by Progress, AM and the PM, Find a Tech. I go through everything, and I do just the minimal amount of bookkeeping that is associated with that. And I want to comment on that because I say that every Monday, and I do that, and I actually really enjoy doing that. I don't think I would enjoy doing that for other people. I think I just enjoy it because it's my stuff, and I like to know what's going on. The one thing that I will say is I was watching a bit of a video today, and it was from a channel called The Future on YouTube, and the guys that run it and are a part of it, they're always very business oriented, even though they're creative people, and they have a lot of good ways on how to make sure you're getting the most amount of money for the value that you provide and all this different stuff. It's a pretty valuable asset. And one of the things, they were having a Zoom call or something, and one of the things that they were talking about that I heard in just the bit that I watched it was that no matter how small you are, you should have a bookkeeper and somebody to take care of that stuff for you, because that's not what you're supposed to be focusing on really as a business owner. You're supposed to be worried about how to make more money, not necessarily tracking every little thing that goes on. And I definitely agree with that, but at the same time, I don't really know if I don't really want to make that move necessarily. If I did not have the time to do bookkeeping and those types of things, administrative work, then I maybe would try to get somebody, and maybe that's a thing, maybe that's a thing to do at some point. But I don't know. It was an idea, and I kind of felt bad when I heard that, because I was like, well, I should maybe have more help with the things that I do. But again, it's a process, and we're getting there. I just realized that I wrote cash wash. Yeah, that's not what that was. I got a car wash because my car was dirty AF from all of our hiking and our mountain stuff that we did this weekend. There's a lot of shit on that. And side note with that, I don't know about anybody else, my car gets dirty. I keep my car extremely neat, very meticulous with all that. I probably have some sort of level of OCD when it comes to cleanliness and things. I like things to be in their place and all that. And I don't like to have a lot of extra shit. If there were I've seen people's cars and there's shit everywhere, it's it's fine for them, but what I'm saying is I couldn't do it, right? So just random thing there is I've needed an interior detail though for a while, because I don't really give too much of a shit about dust, and car's a little dirty. So in that capacity, so that would be good. But again, it's an old car, and I just do the bare minimum just to get from A to B. One day we'll have my Tesla and all will be right in the world, but for now it is what it is. This next one is pretty funny. So TracFone is hot garbage. I wrote that because I was just annoyed with what I had to deal with, but I guess at the end of the day, it couldn't have been anything that we did wrong. I don't have TracFone, I have Verizon. But my grandmother has a flip phone on TracFone, and I've never had that service. I've never had that. I've always had Verizon. But basically, you pay as you go, and you have like, a little basic phone. They have smartphones too, but you have a basic phone. You pay monthly or whenever your plan ends up. I think that they had like a $9 30-day plan that just kept refilling the minutes and stuff like that. And she doesn't use a lot of minutes. She doesn't use any data. She doesn't text at all. So that wasn't the issue. But for some fucking reason, like they the purchase looked like it went through for the auto renewal for this coming month of August, but for somehow it didn't, and I had to get on the phone or get on the chat with them, like, what the hell's going on? Because like, why did it just deactivate all of a sudden? Because she couldn't make calls, and it was really it's the worst website in the world. It barely worked when I was doing it today. It's just really annoying. It's really the point of it, and for something that like isn't as important as like a phone, like I don't know how like it was renewing all those months and it worked fine, and then it just stopped randomly. We didn't change anything. Haven't been on that website in years. It's just strange. So I would not recommend TracFone just because of those types of issues. Not to say other people don't have them, but that was my experience, and that was just kind of annoying. Seems all rectified now until the card expires, and then it just doesn't seem like they give you the proper notifications and stuff on that. It's kind of annoying. Next one's interesting. Ordered 2 FBP PopSockets. So FBP, where can I don't know where I could really show that at per se. Probably just right here. Show it real quick. Why the hell not? Right here. So if you can envision like a black pop socket with just like this logo right here on it. Something simple, all black, kind of elegant with the white FBP on it. So I got 2 of those. I got 2 of those little pop sockets. And I've ordered custom pop sockets before. I actually ordered them with the Find It Tech logo, the little F with the little thing on it. It's that's the wrong website. Down here. I ordered a black one and I ordered a white one here. And if you've never been, this is a total aside here. If you have never been on the PopSocket website, I don't use a PopSocket. I just, completely bareback, no screen protector because I'm a boss ass dude. I don't know, maybe. If you've never been on like the PopSocket website, this isn't an endorsement for PopSockets, but just like a little cool, little fun thing. It seems like everybody and their mom has one. You can literally go in here and you can put you can pick whatever kind, like this is the regular one, but they got all this other shit. If you go in here and you click on this pop grip, you can come in here and you can put like whatever your image is. And then the other cooler part, kind of in a sense, is you can pick the grip colors. So it won't let me, it won't let me kind of do it right now. But if you click into here to grip colors, once you add an image, then you're able to change like the pieces of it. So like the little accordion part here that you can kind of see, maybe if I zoom in or something, like this little accordion part, and then like this little like kind of part that's there. So like, it could be white, it could be black, it could be whatever. But the point is that it gives you some different options and some kind of some cool stuff there. And again, it's just like a little thing, Oh fuck! I think I might have missed out on a coupon code there. Oh well, but the point is, I bought 2 of those, just same exact thing, all black FBP, and I think what I'm gonna do is maybe 2 of them, but definitely one of them. I think I'm gonna do like a giveaway or something. I think that'll be cool. I don't know how to do that yet per se. I know a lot of other people do it, probably via like Instagram. I think actually, I truthfully think that one of the best things that I could do is make one of, or like the only, or one of like the stipulations. People always say like, oh, like this, follow this, do this, and whatever, and then you're entered. I don't understand how any of that actually works. There's got to be some sort of service that like can check all that for you and then drop all those entries into something and pick something randomly, because there's no way people do that manually. But one of the things that I really want to do is, or what I think would be a good idea there, is to have people subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I really need to get to 100 subscribers. Desperately need to get to 1,000, but really need to get to 100. That would be a nice first thing, because so we can get like a username at 100, and then 1,000 is when you can monetize, and that's going to be important. But that's what I mean is, we just need to continue to grow this stuff. I know there's a lot of good value there, and I think that little things like that, spending like $15 on little pop socket, and then hopefully somebody wins it. That would be cool. I don't know, just a random idea. But so I ordered 2 of those. That should be just another little fun thing to do. I'm always trying to think of these different things to keep it, spicy. I don't know. It's a terrible description, but oh well. I went through and spent probably like a half an hour posting a shit ton of stuff on my Instagram and Facebook story from this weekend. So just like a bunch of pictures, me and Amanda, the scenery and everything like that, everything that we did, and I put like little captions and stuff on it. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Like it was a nice little thing. I would like to do. I didn't set it up as like a highlight on my thing, but that is exactly what like you should use a highlight for. If you have like a weekend or if you have some event or something like that, you have a bunch of pictures from it, put them all on your story so people could see them, and then use them all as highlights. I use it for kind of different reasons, like Facebook sales, and I want to do it for other stuff like my story, good reads, like good books and stuff. I barely ever read, but like things like that, right? And I just haven't gotten around to that. But put all that up there. I got a couple different comments from people, and everybody saw like the, obviously all the shit that we did, and they were pretty, excited about it. Some people asked me like, where was that and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Again, just content and telling people, I don't know, spreading value. That's a nice way to put it. Okay, so the next thing, kind of still in that realm, is I scheduled another guest for FBP. So right now, as it sits, we have an episode coming out on Wednesday, which as you can see here, I just edited that. It's basically done. I need to confirm it. It was a really easy one because it was just one clip, basically. The camera didn't fuck up or anything, so that was nice, thank God. But it's basically edited. I need to do the cleanup, the last pieces of the cleanup and the exporting and everything like that, and just make sure that it's good. But I was about like 30 minutes into listening into it, and that's another thing. It's like I feel like I need to listen to these just to make sure that everything's like decent, and there's no real problems anywhere. But I was there, to like, there's just so much time. Like there's so much time. Like it's a 2-hour sit down, and then I have to edit it, and within that edit, I have to kind of, to some degree, listen to it. So it's another 2 hours, and then it's like editing it, which is probably another 2 hours, and it's even more because you have to render it. I don't have to sit here when it renders, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like time where I can't use the computer and things like that. I can use it minimally. I can't like play a game. I tried that once. Tried to play Modern Warfare and render a video. Don't do that. Not a good idea. So that's just what I mean, is there's a lot of time there. But I scheduled another guest. We have 3 lined up to film with. So we're doing one on Thursday, one on Saturday, and one on next Thursday, I think. That's very exciting because I've never been that far ahead, and I don't really want to be that far ahead. I don't want to be any further than this ahead because that's too many for me to keep track of. That's too many for me to keep all the files for. I desperately need to clean this desktop off. I've been saying that for weeks, and since the computer was built, and I need to really taper that down because we don't have a lot of storage in here, and I don't want a lot of storage. I don't want to keep the shit. I need to get the stuff to where it needs to be, and it just needs to be done. And I need to delete the shit because that's what we need to do, because there's no reason to keep the footage. It's not going to. We're uploading in 4K or filming in 4K, uploading in 4K. Truth is that I never use it, so I need to get rid of it, and we need to establish a little bit better of a workflow with all that. It's going well. It's just not. It could be better. So we're moving forward. So what else we got here? I tried to work on some website stuff, and that's why I had this other one open here, markjosephszymanski.com. So this is what it is right now. Kind of like lands here. This is a video that I did. I mentioned this before. I have this header effect and all this stuff going on. This definitely needs to change a bunch. I like this section. I stole this directly from Gary Vee. Really like that. The way that this all is gives you like an idea of maybe changed wordings and stuff. There's nothing really set in stone here. Kind of like the bottom. Kind of, you didn't see it, but it kind of like fades in and stuff. Just another thing. This really doesn't make any sense. There should be something here in between here, because it just goes, it says it again. This is the footer basically on every piece of the site. That is annoying. I wonder why that is happening. Just saw that right now. Really need to investigate that if that's actually fucked up. Okay, yeah, I got to figure that out because there should be a logo there. Not a huge deal, but something. But yeah, so there's a lot that needs done here. And what I was specifically looking at today was this piece because I really want to get this piece done. This is so important to me. So obviously, again, lots of problems here. But again, I will explain this like I did probably 1 or 2 weeks ago. I want this right here to be a beautiful, like almost like a store in a sense, but it's a store of shit that I own. So I have a document, like I said, of every, like different categories, sort of like everyday carry, filming equipment, things that are on my desk, podcast setup, on the go. And I want to put all of these items similar to how you see here. This is the best description. This is the best section here. So like car, like this, like all these things are on my car, right? And I just want to have it here so like people be like, oh, wow, Mark uses this thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. What do I do? So if you click on here, like it brings you to this, which is not ideal. Honestly, I'd like to kind of skip this because this isn't important. Like I'm not trying to advertise these products. I'm just trying to show what I have. And I'm building this in a way that's like decent-ish. There's probably a better way, a more simpler way, but there's not. But to do the way that I want it to be like products on my website. But when you click on buy on Amazon, it goes to the product. So because when you click on that button, that is an affiliate link. And if you click on that button, then I don't know how long it is or what the stipulations are, but like so and so amount of time after you click on that, if you make a purchase, either that thing or something else, then I make a small commission out of it. So it's a way to make money just by saying like, hey, these are the things that I use. I use them. I trust them. I believe in them. I would recommend them. If you click on this link and you go there, that's what affiliate marketing is. So I need to make this better. And I was looking at like plugins and things to help me do this because all of these ones that I have here, I downloaded the image and I copied and pasted the information and I copy and pasted the link. It was not a good process. I don't have a ton of things. I have like maybe like 2 pages of stuff of products that I would put on here, but it's just kind of the principle of it. I want to be able to like almost just put the link in and just have it download the shit. So it's like the Amazon listing, but on my site. And it's not going to buy through here. It's going to buy it on Amazon, but I don't know. There's just a bunch of different ways to do it. And I kind of want to make sure that, it's as easy as possible because I don't want to have to come back to this and change it every 5 minutes or every whatever the interval is when I get new shit. So yeah. And then the rest of it, like I said, I didn't really focus on it today. That was an interesting part that I wanted to get done. Didn't get it done. I was watching a couple of videos and different things like that and ways to kind of do it. And ultimately did not get a lot of progress done on that, but that's all right. I did find out something pretty interesting from Jesse. Just had him on FBP. He sent me a message and it was actually Printful. So what the fuck? Let's go over there. So if we go here and Printful. Okay, so let's see, COVID-19 update. So Printful, again, if you don't know, this is like where you can go and you can have, you can make custom shirts. You can link it to a website. It's kind of the way that Fueled by Progress was going to operate initially and probably still going to operate to a certain degree if we can just get some stuff going. But this is what we want to see here. So this is like the fulfillment time on stuff. And direct to garment is like a regular shirt. So like if you ever see a regular shirt that just has like some, like almost like a little logo thing like pressed onto it or whatever, that's mainly what you're going to get there. So these first two are kind of, the bread and butter. The one that I'm wearing right now is actually an all over print. So the point of what I'm showing you is that if I went into FBP and I tried to continue to build it out and I finished it with like this Printful integration type thing where I have some designs and then you as the customer could go on there and purchase a shirt or whatever, then if you buy a DTG, a direct to garment, then it's going to take like 6 to 12 business days to get to. Not the best, but not the worst either. It was really long before. It was like 30 days, and you can kind of see here. So like 2 to 5 and this stuff. Like, so the point of this chart is that I showed this chart actually probably a month ago and it was pretty bad. Like there was a lot of yellow, there was a lot of red, and now it's kind of back to where it should be. So I am happy about that because that means that we should be getting back to, this should be getting back to something that's very actually usable, because their processes seem like they're kind of back on track. And then that means that we can start exploring more stuff for Fuel by Progress from here. And then I always wanted to start here and then layer on like actual manufacturing, because I thought that'd be dope. But yeah, so that is where we're at with that. So that might happen very soon. So stay tuned for FBP close. Should be good. I found this randomly I had on my agenda, I had schedule some time for the gym, because I feel like what I'm doing right now is I'm playing a lot of hockey, but I don't feel like I'm doing enough strength training. I know I'm not, basically none. And it's something that I'd like to work in there, but I want to be tactful about it. Like I know myself too well. If I don't have a schedule, I'm not going to be able to like do it. If it's in the calendar, it's going to happen. If it's not in the calendar, it's not going to happen. So I need to be a little bit more focused and structured with that. So I thought randomly, like, the other thing that I have is like, well, I can go to the gym. I could put that in my calendar for days, then the problem is like, I don't know what to do there. So I actually have some people that could help me with this, but I decided to look it up, and I found like the only ball hockey training program like on the internet. And if you literally type in ball hockey training program, it comes up. But I downloaded the app on my phone. It was like actually it was like probably user submitted on like a decent workout app. And I think it's like 4 days a week. But now that I have a training program for when I go there, like I won't be lost when I do just randomly walk around the gym and do random shit. So the point is, I wanted to find a program. And then the next thing was, well, what does that program say? Like in this case, it said 3 days, but I think it was really 4 days. It had 4 sets of, 4 days of shit. So it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. The point is, what I wanted to do next was I wanted to figure out, like, when should I go? Like, what should my schedule actually be? And I kind of came to the conclusion that a really good schedule, I think, for me, especially right now in, like, the thick of everything that I have going on as far as hockey goes, is go every day that I don't have hockey. And just, like, an hour or whatever. Excuse me. As long as it takes, right? They were all about an hour each day, but go the days that I don't have hockey and go do that. I think that's a pretty good idea. Well, I have hockey almost every day, so hopefully, we can get there on probably somewhere between 1 to 4 days a week. I don't really want to go any more than that if I'm playing, because I just feel like that's just too much. So probably every day I'm not playing hockey, up to about 4 days at the absolute max per week. But I will update you on how that goes, because we'll see. But I found the program, so if I'm there, I'm going to be doing that. And then I also played some hockey tonight. We lost, whatever. Last 2 things I want to talk about are just from like things that I saw today and things that I had in my mind. So like I was watching the Patrick Bet-David Valuetainment video, or maybe it was the podcast, I can't remember. But regardless, he was like talking about like respecting everyone. And I just thought that was so insightful. There's a lot of people that go around, like whether it's corporate or personally or whatever, and they just bully people, or they're like assholes to people. You don't really get very far like that. Even if you don't like somebody, you got to respect them. And that's something that I try to do all the time. I hope people think that of me as well. Like I truly don't hate anybody. I don't want to, I don't want to see anybody fail. I want to try to help, honestly, everyone. It's a lot easier when people are receptive of that. But I think that that's an important thing. An important piece of it is to always try to just, respect everyone and not be a jackass. Like if anybody's giving you the time of day, then you should appreciate it, which I always do. And, anybody that watches these, it's pretty much the same thing. Thank you so much. So that is something that I heard today and reigns true. And the other thing that I kind of heard, I don't know if I heard this or I thought about this, but like, I was thinking it was sort of the same video or something, and they were just talking about like Elon Musk and like everything that he's done and stuff. Now, he's absolutely by no means like I don't want to call him not normal. But like he's obviously a genius, okay? And he's a hard worker. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we're all just kind of like people and humans. So there's like nothing inherently different between like people that are successful and like regular people, person like in their 20s or whatever that hasn't found what they want to do yet or hasn't like made it big or whatever. Like there's really no difference. Like there might be things slightly that set them like apart from each other, but ultimately if you want to do something, I just feel like just go out and fucking do it, And I think about that all the time with the stuff that I'm doing. I feel like I'm making progress, but I look at other people and I'm like, oh, I'm not, there. It's like, well, yeah, you're also, not there because you haven't done the stuff. You haven't put in the same amount of work as them. You haven't just lived as long as them. And you got to really think about things from that perspective. Like, I'm okay for where I'm at, and I'm going to continue to get better. And that's just the, that's the mindset. That's the one that always hits home with me. And the reason that I do a lot of stuff that I'm doing is because I just want to be happy, want to be fulfilled. And, ultimately, I don't ever want to look at successful people and be like, oh, they, I'm never going to get there, or this, that, and the other thing, because you just got to work hard. It's actually pretty simple when you boil it down. Other people might have advantages or whatever, but I kind of see that as a huge excuse. Work your fucking ass off. Like, do what you want to do, make it happen, and just provide value to people. They'll appreciate it. So that's kind of the message there. Last thing, just kind of tomorrow. I got to finish editing FBP. I got to film an AM and the PM episode. I have more hockey, and I would like to work on that website stuff. I would really like to get that finished. There's a million other things that I should probably do as well. I want to get this right here. There's this green thing on my wall. It's just a poster board of something that I made like back in November. February, of like all the businesses and like the focus points for each of them. And it's not done yet, but there's a lot of items that are done. So I'd like to try to tackle the last ones, but the last ones are obviously bigger because the other ones were kind of like, not like gimmies by any means, but they were like things that were like easily attainable from a conceptual standpoint. Like I think there's stuff on there like finish this website. Confirm pricing for Find a Tech and all this other stuff. And it's like there's a lot more thought and stuff that needs to go in it than just go sign up for G Suite or some shit. Those were the earlier tasks. So I don't know. At the end of the day, we're moving forward. I'm enjoying it, but every day, especially in these middle of the weeks, are tough because we're editing and we're filming and there's a lot of shit going on. And I did not realize, like I've said numerous times, I did not realize that filming and editing and producing 2 podcasts was going to be like a full-time job, but it does feel like that. There's a lot of shit that goes into it, and it doesn't take up a ton of time. I mentioned how much it does, but that's not equivalent to like a 40-hour job. So I just needed to start generating some revenue here at some point because it's going to be important. But yeah. Anyway, other than that, I'm pretty tired. I'm going to go to sleep now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great day. And we're going to get at it again tomorrow. And we will talk to you at some point later tomorrow evening. One last thing that I want to plug real quick, because I totally forgot about it, and I need to plug it in more than one place, is I will be having another Instagram Live thing. I had one, I don't know, probably a month ago with Bernie Ryder, and we're getting on. We're gonna chat. He's got a couple songs out. You should go check those out. And that'll be on Friday at 9 p.m. So tune in to that. Sick. All right, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you in the next one.